Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager. Today, very interesting video. It's tactical transfers once again, but this time the highly anticipated and asked for Arsenal transfers. Down in the comments below, Daniel, you did ask for it. Arsenal transfers, I thought I'd bring it to you straight away. Skip out Spurs, no one cares about Spurs anyway. We're going to go straight into the Arsenal transfers. So as ever, I'll do you my starting lineup that I think will start and carry on from last season. Bit of a controversial one this time. For me, Arsenal should play a 5 at the back. I'll just put the starting 11 on the screen now. Leno in net, he stays. I think Leno is good enough to be a goalkeeper that can stay for now. There's nothing wrong with that goalkeeper. I think he stays. Left wing back, I'm looking at a 5-2-3, much like what England played throughout the Euros. I'm looking at a 5-2-3 for them there. Tierney on the left-hand side, I think is a fantastic player. Getting forward, he really showed he's got a bit of a crossing ability to him last year. I think that'll be really, really good to try and make the most of. Take advantage of the fact that he's great at going forward and run back as well. Positioning is brilliant for a young player. And Gabriel holding as a 3 at the back. This will mainly turn into a 3-4-3 against like lesser sides or times when you're getting a bit more possession behind you. But I think it'll be mostly a 5-2-3 with 2 wing backs who get forward but run back straight away. Then I've opened up like the right centre back role to a opportunity for a transfer, which I think most people might know by now. There's someone very special that might be filling that role. And a right wing back that I think Bellerin, long servant, he's been there for ages, but I think he's going to leave. I think it's time for Bellerin to move on and for Arsenal to move on, because Bellerin for me just doesn't cut it. He's too injury prone, although he's showed last season that he was pretty good, pretty consistent. I just don't think he's got any there's nothing special about him. Wan-Bissaka's a great tackler. You've got Kyle Walker, who's very physical and get great recoveries. Seamus Coleman always had the great crossing ability and great assists. Players like that, they just need a bit of a knack to, and Bellerin doesn't really specialise in any specific attribute. So for me, got to be a new right wing back. In the midfield, you've got Partey. We need a partner for Partey. We need Partey to get a partner to have a party, basically. Partey needs someone alongside him who we bring in for that role has to have the ability to drop back if the wing backs get forward, cover a certain area, but can also develop and sort of link the defence with the attack. You need a very specific type of player. Partey last year was very good. El Nenny's very good at it, but I believe he's more of a squad player. As well as that, you're looking at maybe Smith Rowe could fulfil that role, but he's more of like a left winger, attacking midfielder. The future is very bright for Arsenal. I'll go through that at the very end. But yeah, and in the front three, nothing changes. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. Pepe, you're probably going to think, where's Saka? I was considering Saka at right wing back, because then you could convert it to like a 4-3-3 type of formation. But I know Saka can play there, but Saka for me is going to slowly edge Pepe out of that role. If Pepe doesn't turn up, I think it'll be a big turning point this season. Pepe has to try and hold his role. Saka will play a monumental part in this. Aubameyang soon is going to be 33, 34. So I think we might see a little less of him, a bit more of Saka maybe. Put Pepe on the left-hand side, let him run down there. Maybe Saka on the left-hand side, who knows really. Or maybe play Lacazette, Pepe up front, Smith Rowe and Saka as central attacking midfielders, don't really know. But this is for me the best side at the moment. The first player I'm going to introduce is the right centre-back role. I'll put it through, we're going to go through this. It is Ben White. I think we already know it was going to be Ben White. A bit of an interesting one for him. I'll just get the stats up on my screen there, as you can see right in front of where my face was. Matches played 36, 56 tackles last year. 69 blocks, 78 clearances, wins 50% of his aerial duels, which isn't fantastic, but when you've got Rob Holding and Gabriel next to him, you don't really need that. And Ben White plays a lot on that right centre-back role, which is ideal, for what Arsenal need. Arsenal need a right centre-back. You need someone who can play there religiously, really strong, quick, great at tackling, gets in the way, clears the ball, just an efficient player basically. And Ben White is that man. 50 million is the price tag for him. I think he's worth that 50 million. Despite the fact if he wasn't English, obviously he's going to be worth a lot less, but it's an English tax. So we need Ben White in. So you're looking at 50 million there, which Arsenal are prepared to pay. And they're going to see a lot of people leaving the club. You've seen David Luiz leave, so they got a lot of wages off of him. Willian wants to leave, so a lot of wages going from that because he's on a lot of money, Willian. A lot of money. So you're going to look at perhaps getting around about 10-15 million just from Willian leaving a year in terms of wages. Torreira's leaving, Guendouzi's leaving. I can't remember who else, but either way, Ben White, they can afford this transfer. 50 million's nothing to Kroenke. Ben White is a fantastic player and he slots in very well. And I think they'll get that deal done soon. Or sooner rather than later, should I say anyway. The next player at right wing back now, this is a weird one because I was trying to think of players that are great going forward. I looked at a lot of the assists and a lot of progression and how people play at this role. But Arsenal, in a way, they were very, very good defensively, and they're probably in the future going to be looking to go back to a 4 at the back. So you need someone who's very good at going forward, but at the same time great at being a defensive right back, is what I'm trying to say. So matches played, well, first of all his name, Zeki Celik. Celik played for Lille last year. He managed to win the title in the Ligue 1. 29 games played, only 2 assists, but I think he had 4 goals to his name, so he proves he can go forward. And it also proves that he's got the championship mentality to sort of play at Lille and win titles. 167 progressive carries, which is phenomenal. 80 tackles and then 439 pressures. So he is very good at tackling. You liken him to, for example, Ben White, who had 56 tackles. He's had 80 tackles, which is much more. One of the high, I think he's in the top 40 players or something in the Ligue 1 in terms of tackles. So he's very, very good, Celik. His price tag is a strange one because he's actually worth 13 million to 18 million euros. 13 million pound, 18 million euros at the moment. So you're looking at potentially a player that, if you think about it, just won the Ligue 1, had not a fantastic tournament in the Euros, but Turkey, he was one of the standout players for Turkey, despite the fact that they played very, very poorly. But Celik, I think, is an absolute nab. They'll probably ask for about 20-25 million for him. I think he's an absolute steal. An absolute steal. Celik, one of the 24 years of age, great upcoming player, fits in the side perfectly, matches the Arsenal sort of philosophy. I think he'd be a fantastic pickup for Arsenal. We then move on to the central midfielder role that they have to fill, and I think there's only one man for the job. And they're battling the giants that are Juventus for him. It is Locatelli. Locatelli, what can you say about Locatelli? He does absolutely everything. We've seen him at the Euros. His price tag's probably gone up since then. But Sassuolo didn't really perform fantastically in the Serie A. But Locatelli was one of the standout players. I put Ligue 1 on there. I might have to change that. I might have changed that by now to the Serie A. But matches played 34, 2 assists, 47 key passes, 461 pressures and 43 interceptions. People liken him to a Kante, but I think he's more than that. I think he's a midfielder who knows when to arrive late into the box, knows when to apply that pressure. You can see 461 pressures. He knows what he's doing. 47 key passes, which is one of the big things in this position that he's going to play, where he needs to try and pick up the ball from the defenders, move it forward, produce some pretty key passes, much like what Arsenal are missing at the moment, where they've got no playmaker. Xhaka played some phenomenal football at the Euros, but it looks like he will be leaving as well. 2 assists to his name. He's very much like a pre-assister, where he plays the ball through, then the winger crosses it in and the striker scores. So no surprise he doesn't pick up that many assists, but as an all-round midfielder, a box-to-box, a player that's going to get back, apply pressure, arrive late into the box, knows what to do, he knows his role. He'll be able to cover Tierney and that left wing-back role as well if he gets forward. I think Locatelli's a definite buy for them. He's looking around about £40 million, which is quite a lot of money for Arsenal to be dishing out alongside the 20 million for Celik or 25 million. I'll say 20 million because they're asking for 13. It's going to go up a little bit since they are the champions. But 20 million for Celik, 30 million for Locatelli, 50 million for Ben White, 100 million overall. You're looking at selling Torreira, Guendouzi 20 million. Xhaka's looking at 15 million, so you've already recovered 35 million there or something around about there. So 65 million, 50 million net spend. I think it's not bad as long as you get that Locatelli now. The key thing about this Arsenal side, I'll slowly just show you it. Looking at Aubameyang slowly disappearing because of his age. You're looking at maybe Lacazette sort of moving out of the squad, and you bring in some very, very special players. Now, Pepe, I'm not clued up. Let me just quickly, if I can, Nicolas Pepe, see how old he is, because I don't know off the top of my head, but if he's pretty young, it's going to be a not so promising sign for Saka. So he's 26, which makes it a bit difficult, because for a £72 million signing, you're looking to invest in him for years to come, so it might change. But I'll quickly put on the screen now, just as a little additional tactical sort of thing that I'm going to look at. If you sign Ben White, who's a nice age, I think he's 24, Locatelli's 23, Seelik's 24, a very young squad. Ben White, let me just quickly check how old he was, sorry. I should have come with my stats and everything. He was born 97, so he's 24. 23 at the moment, 24 soon. So you're looking at Locatelli 23, Ben White 23, Seelik 24. Leno's young for a goalkeeper, so he can be there for a while. Tierney's like 23. Partey's 25, 26. Aubameyang aging, Lacazette aging. So you bring in your Smith Rowe for your left winger. You've got Nketiah who can play up front. Saka comes in. Pepe maybe moves onto the left hand side, or Saka moves onto the left hand side. So you start looking at a team which looks like Leno in net, Tierney left back, Gabriel White, Seelik, Locatelli and Partey, solid midfielders, very solid midfielders. Then you've got Smith Rowe in that 10 role, fantastic player in that 10 role, I think. Saka or Pepe on the right, on the left, and then up front Nketiah, who hopefully you're thinking might progress and become a better striker. They've got a very promising side, and these three signings that I've put in here are ones for the future, but also will make an impact right now, and they've proved they can make the impact right now. For 100 million for those three players, for Arsenal who are trying to progress and get Europa League football or European football again, I mean, if they should do everything in their power to get these three men, especially with the amount of money that's going out of the club as well. So yeah, that's the video today. Hope you agree with me. Let me know down below if you do agree. I'm reading a lot of the comments at the moment, replying, getting a bit active with them. I like your input as well. I like what you're thinking. I'll obviously put this on Twitter as well. You can see my handles down in the bottom left. So yeah, an exciting video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new. 78 subs and counting. Very happy with that. And I shall catch you in the next episode. Hope you did enjoy. And have a great day. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.